Game 12. The final whistle. Liverpool lose 12. No, not 12. Liverpool lose 3-0. It felt like 12. 3-0 to Nottingham Forest at Anfield. At home. Before the game, did we all think we was going to lose? No. We never. Slot's quote after the game. Slot's quote. We have quality players. It's my job to get the best out of the players. And I'm not at the moment. And for that, I have to take responsibility. Fair enough. You have to take responsibility. But we still lost 3-0. Now we can blame Arne Slot. We can blame the players. But what's really going on? Chiesa. Federico Chiesa. For me, brilliant player. I was so happy when we brought him in. But no one's going to tell me that Federico Chiesa was a slot signing. It's not going to happen. No one's going to tell me that Federico Chiesa was a slot signing. No way. Because if Federico Chiesa was a slot signing, he would have played yesterday. He would have played 2 weeks ago. But no, he continues to sideline him. Because if that was a slot signing, he would have been playing. He's had a Champions League game. He didn't even get picked for the Champions League game. He's had a couple of cup games here and there. He had that game in the Carabao Cup when we went out when they brought the kids. Remember at Anfield, I was at that game. And he played Federico Chiesa in that game. Showing Federico Chiesa total disrespect. Mo Salah, all this season, has been stinking up the joint, stinking up the football pitch. Absolutely terrible so far this season, Mo Salah. There's a lot of people that won't call out Mo Salah because what he done last season. But he hasn't been playing good this season. So I will call him out. Mo Salah, why is Mo Salah starting every game, and not even giving Chiesa a sniff? What warrants Mo Salah to start every game? The form that he's in. Mo Salah's form is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. But they continue to play Mo Salah. Why? And not playing Federico Chiesa. I just don't know why. Perfect example. Let's talk about the signings that I believe that Slot makes. Frimpong was a slot signing. He was a slot signing. I think Arne Slot wanted him in the squad. They wanted him in the team. And partly because I think that Arnie Slot, and probably Liverpool, Edwards and all the mans, the backroom staff, which I'll get into at later on. I believe that Arnie Slot wanted Frimpong, plus it would have helped him bring in Kerkers. No, it would have helped him bring in Florian Wirtz. Because we all know that Florian Wirtz's best mate is Frimpong. In football terms, they are best mates. So if you bring in Frimpong, and for me, that was a market opportunity as well as Arnie Slot wanted him as well. The reason why I say it was a marketing opportunity is because we know, look, we got him for 10 million and then we're going to pay it in installments. So obviously, I think he came to like 35 million, 30 million, and we only had to pay 10 million up front. And that was the 10 million we got from Trent, I think. Don't quote me on that. But what I'm saying is, Frimpong was partly a Slot signing. This is why he went straight into the team. Mamardashvili and Leone were the only ones, in my opinion, that didn't start, was never going to start straight away, because Mamardashvili is a backup keeper to Alisson, and Leone is a youth player. He was the project player that we was going to bring in, and he was going to learn off Van Dijk and learn off Konate, whatever. Okay? So, Wirtz, he was definitely a Slot signing. I think Slot really wanted him in the Liverpool. So I would say Wirtz went straight into the team. Yeah, definitely. And I think that Kerkers was definitely... I'm not sure about Kerkers, to be fair, because when I watched Kerkers yesterday, which we'll get onto the game later on, Kerkers, Slot yesterday, I think I'm not sure if I'm getting this right, but Kerkers was an inverted. He was playing Kerkers in an inverted centre back role / left back. So that's what Arnie Slot was playing him in, and which I thought, what are you doing, bro? And at one point, I actually saw Kerkers playing the 10 at one time, which I thought was weird as well. So questions are definitely going to be asked there. And let's move on to Gomez. What more does Gomez have to do? Gomez is sitting there goalless. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Now, Ibra Konate, let's go. This is the both linked. Ibra Konate has been terrible this season. Terrible. Just like Salah. Look, Ibra Konate here and there, he's had a couple of fine moments. But the majority of his time at Liverpool this season, Ibra Konate has been horrendous. And I am an Ibra Konate guy, but I'm still going to call him out like I always do with all the players. Ibra Konate has been horrendous. Yesterday, all he had to do is get that ball and either kick it to the goalkeeper or kick it out for a throw-in. But what did he go and do? He kicked the ball and they got a corner, and after the corner, they scored. This is what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. Now, if Ibra Konate is stinking at the joint, why don't you bring in Gomez? Why don't you just bring in Gomez a couple of games here and there? Now, I know what people are thinking. Gomez, he gets injured easily. We can't really play him. If we play him, he gets injured. Okay, then. So why did you keep him? Gomez wanted to leave Liverpool. There was a chance that Gomez wanted to go. I think he was linked to like Newcastle, Brighton, them kind of clubs, them. Why didn't you just let him go if you did not feel confident in Joey Gomez? Why don't you just let him go? He's sitting on the bench, playing. I don't know what he's doing, bro. He's sitting there. He's looking gormless, man. He's looking gormless. Now, if you throw Gomez back in the team straight away now, he won't have no rhythm. You're not even playing Gomez in second half of the game just to get a bit of rhythm. Now, what's going to happen is, we know the script. Ibra Konate is going to get injured. And then he's going to throw Joey G in there. And then Joey G is going to get injured. Because we know that Joey Gomez does get injured a lot. But if you're keeping him on the bench and you're not playing him, there's more chance. There's more chance that Gomez is going to get injured. The probability will go higher. The percentage will go higher that Gomez will get injured. And for me, Gomez is a good defender. He can play right back, he can play left back, and he can play that centre-back role. And he's not a clown like Ibra Konate. Did you see when Ibra Konate got when he got subbed yesterday? The guy was walking off, smiling his head off. Smiling his head off, like to say, yeah, I don't give a crap. I don't care about this manager. I'm going to Real Madrid next season. That's what he's thinking. Because for me, that was the moment that, for me, he's going to Real Madrid, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And if he wants to go Real Madrid, let him go. Let him go. Because that's what it seems like to me, that he's going to Real Madrid. Walking off the pitch, smiling like some Cheshire cat, smiling his head off. What are you smiling for, bro? What are you smiling for? That was me. If I was the manager, I'd be saying, you know what? You're going to be benched to the end of the season. I'm brutal that way. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap. And that's what it seemed like to me yesterday. And another thing, what's baffling as well, people always say Gravenberch is the 4th or 5th choice centre-back. No. Gravenberch is the 3rd place centre-back. Gravenberch, one of our technical midfielders, is a 3rd place centre-back. So when the second guy gets injured, if he's not there, he becomes the third choice centre-back. What are we doing? What are we doing as Gravenberch as a 3rd choice centre-back? That's what's going on here. So we've got all these signings. Half of them he didn't even want. He definitely didn't want Chiesa. Chiesa came on the pitch yesterday, and I think Chiesa was probably our best football player on the pitch. That was yesterday, and he came on as a sub. I thought Chiesa was going to walk over to Arne Slot, and just drop the nut on him or fly kick him. And I wouldn't have blamed him. I wouldn't have blamed him. I can imagine that, the most Mortal Kombat games when you go, woo, when you're Liu Kang. I could have saw him going over to Slot, and giving him the karate kick, man. Straight in his big, stunking head. But it is what it is. I'm going to bring in Michael Hughes, my partner in crime. He's co-owner of Keep It Sports. I'm going to bring in TOTO! Abba! Big up TOTO. TOTO, where are you, bro? TOTO gone. TOTO's glitching. Glitching like slap, bro. Big up to Michael Corleone, long time, bro. You're coming out the laptop. Coming out your laptop, bro. Big up to Michael Corleone, man. Long time no see, bro. It's nice to see you again. I hope everybody's all right with your family. Big up to you, bro. Long time no see. Nice to see you again on the channel. Really, really do. What we're going to do, we're going to talk about this horrendous debacle that we've got at Anfield, at Liverpool. And we're going to cipher it out. I've just put out a couple of home truths there regarding TOTO, regarding thingy. There's no way that Chiesa was a slot signing. No way. He didn't want him. I think they just brought him as an emergency. And I think he's totally disrespected. But on Chiesa, Isak was definitely a slot signing. But he's not, look, regarding Kerkers as well, he's using Kerkers as an inverted centre-back / left back. And he's and like I said yesterday, he actually played Kerkers. Kerkers was that, that time, when you messaged me on WhatsApp and you said the players are just doing their own thing. Kerkers was playing the 10. How about that one? Crazy, man. Yeah. Kerkers.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, TOTO. You're glitching out.
But yeah. No, the internet's horrible. Well, what can I say about Liverpool, man? I had a video yesterday talking about it. Again, if you feel free to watch that, it's on the Keep It Sports channel. But it's just the first half of the game. I thought it was actually doing all right. We conceded a set piece, which again, how many goals we conceded off set pieces this season? We're just prone to concede set pieces. This is why teams constantly target on the set pieces. It's not necessarily target us. It's just when a set piece comes, we usually concede a lot. And I was thinking to myself, look, we conceded only, but we're still playing good. we're holding possession of the ball. We're making a lot of chances, especially down the right hand side with Salah. Making a lot of these, but we didn't put them away. We didn't put the chance. We're making chances, we're not putting them away. That was the problem. We're playing players not in the natural positions. We're saying the same stuff every week. Of course, like the exact same stuff, but we're saying the same stuff. He's not doing the basics right. He's not playing the players in their natural position, and he's still not playing the players in their natural position. You know, he's just changed philosophy, and it's not suiting the players, and the players are not willing. He's not suiting his system. So you bring players in, right, and they're not even suiting your system. And I'm thinking, like, what's the point? What's the point of bringing these players in if they're not even going to suit your system? We get it, your signings. We get it. You think they might fit your system, but they don't like the way you play. They don't like the way you set up. You play inverted wingers at times, and we're not solid defensively enough either. Again, there's 2-3 at the back.
Yeah.
You know, and it's leaving us very, very vulnerable. Lack of midfielders coming to support, leaving us vulnerable. It's always the counters and the set pieces. As soon as one set piece goes in, our players just drop our head, and we're not playing as good as we used to. Like Salah killing it first half, Gakpo killing it first half. Kirker's good first. Kirker's actually had a decent game, to be fair, but Salah had an amazing first half, right? And now when it comes to the second half, everyone just drops and everyone forgets how to defend. I thought the centre back pairing. Of course, you don't want to blame it all on one player, but if one centre back, I said this yesterday, if one centre back plays bad, the whole defensive line plays bad. Kanate was very, very shaky, very, very shaky, losing the ball especially when he tries to drive the ball forward, holding it on too long, losing the ball, kicking out for a corner when it could have been a throw-in. It was just a poor first touch. A poor first touch. You're not expecting that from a Premier League footballer. Is a poor first touch like that. It was a poor first touch to allow it to go out for a corner. It's just stupid mistakes. I don't like what I'm seeing right now. We're losing the ball too much in midfield. Our defense looks shaky, and we'll always look prone. The thing is that the actual first 30 minutes of the game, we look good, and then as soon as the set piece went in, I was thinking, look, we're still okay. And then the second half, we can see in the first 30 seconds, our structure's gone at the whole team. And no one's playing like they should be playing. You're playing Szoboszlai and right back. He's been our best midfielder this season, arguably our best midfielder this season. Him and Gravenberch.
Yeah,
and
putting him in right back. I'm not happy with that at all.
You're playing him at right back. You got Calvin Ramsey there. Give him a chance.
I know.
Of course, he's a youth player, but he's a proper right back. Szoboszlai and a proper right back. He can defend, right? But Calvin Ramsey, big up Michael Corleone. But Calvin Ramsey, right? Calvin Ramsey is a proper right back, and he's come. Of course, he's got a professional contract now, right? And he's a proper right back that can actually play that position. But when you're playing a Szoboszlai, who played midfielder for the majority of the season, putting him at right back, it's unnatural. It's unorthodox to him. So
look at Joey G.
Yeah.
Now Kanate. I mentioned not long. I don't know if you heard my monologue. You can always watch it. You probably did. Joey G is sitting there counting. I don't know what he's doing, man. He's probably playing PS5 or something on his portable. My man's sitting there, yeah. Gormless. When I say gormless, I don't mean it's his fault. I mean he just, when you just sit there and you're just bored waiting for somebody. He's there waiting for his time to come on. Why is Joey G sitting on the bench where Kanate is having stinker after stinker after stinker? Why? What if you haven't got a right back? If you haven't got, like you mentioned, Szoboszlai, he was playing right back. Why don't you put Joey G in right back? Because Joey G can play right back. He can play right back. You know what my midfield would have been yesterday? I would have Curtis Jones. I'm not the biggest fan of Curtis Jones, but big up to Curtis Jones. Because Curtis Jones has been playing, he's been one of our best midfielders. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but I will say it. Curtis Jones has been one of our best midfielders this season. Now, I would have played Szoboszlai. I would have played Gravenberch, and I would have played Gravenberch sub as a line and Curtis Jones as a midfield. I would have put Joey G in right back. How about that one? That would have worked. Joey G can play right back. But what did he decide to do? He has to play McAllister. He always has to play McAllister. For some reason, this season, McAllister's best game and the only good game he ever had this season is when he played in the Champions League. You know, when we played in the Champions League and played Real Madrid, that was the old McAllister. But that's it. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, what I'm saying is Joey Gomez is sitting there and they're not playing him. I don't understand. Why didn't you just let him go? Because there was rumours he was going to go last season. Why didn't you just let him go to another club if that's the case, if you're not going to play him? He's literally sitting there. Joey Gomez could have done a job for us yesterday. You stick him in right back. Yeah? You stick him in right back. You put Sabazalon back in midfield. You have Curtis Jones. Yeah? And you have Gravenberch in midfield. That would have worked. That would have worked. You're on mute, by the way. You're on mute. You're good now. You're good now. That's what I would have done.
Look, I said on the video yesterday that I did that I'm not slat yet. You know, I know some people might think it's crazy to say I'm not slat yet, right? But you know, the people say slat out, I won't argue with them. I won't argue with them because our form at the moment is just it's unheard of from Liverpool. And again, Nottingham Forest broke a record. The first team to beat a team at Anfield back-to-back times in ages. So that's another record broken for Nottingham Forest. But it just seems like that. Like 2 games we can do good, and then this is a lack of consistency. And I think he's very, very stubborn. Slat is.
Yeah, he's
very, very stubborn. He don't want to change. You don't want to go back to what won him last season because he'll think, oh, it was Klopp's team, and he wants to do it with his team to implement his system, his tactics.
Yeah.
And it's not working. I think he's giving the players too many stuff to do.
Yeah.
And it's making them unnatural.
He's confusing them.
I think with Ibu, again, you can't doubt that his performance weren't good. But I think our fullbacks at the moment are just unnatural as well. Who's Kanate got to pass to? Of course, he can clear the ball out. But will Kanate do that? We see Kanate do this all the time. Will Kanate do that? You don't really see him just clear the ball out. He usually likes to hold onto the ball. Now, if you got Kanate who likes to hold onto the ball, why doesn't the fullback come short? You know, he's got no one to pass to. Midfielders are not coming back. There's no one to pass to. And it seemed like you saw it the last 10, 15 minutes of the game. It's the players were doing their own thing. And I actually saw better football when Engamoa and Chiesa come on. And when Kirkers is playing a free roam left back. I've never heard of that one before. You got Engamoa and Chiesa, and then we had Ekatike. We've looked so good. We saw one-touch passing. We saw passing moves, doing the basics right of them 3. And it seemed like the players are doing their own thing. That didn't seem like flat football. Then pass and move and one-touch football. It used to last season. We haven't seen none of that this season.
No.
You know, so maybe I'm wrong, right? But maybe the players are doing their own thing. But you got Gakpo as well. I thought Gakpo had an okay game. But how many times he has had a poor performances this season?
Right? I think Gakpo was probably one of our best players yesterday.
Yeah, he was.
One of.
And I think
there weren't no really good players. I think he was probably he was probably our best player.
What we're really lacking as well is, of course, like Diaz replacement. Of course, we got Engamoa there, right? And we didn't get the Diaz replacement, but Engamoa was there, ready to play. Why didn't we play Engamoa a bit more? Bring him on earlier, because when he come on, it's fearless from that boy. It's fearless the way he plays, and the way he takes one-on-one, successfully one-on-one as well. He's a good one-on-one player. When you're down 2 goals, you need unpredictability.
Yeah.
What better man to bring on is Engamoa, but you bring him on 10 minutes towards the end, and we look better when we brought him on. A lot of things were happening on the left-hand side as Engamoa, right? Of course, we had Chiesa as well, getting shucked off, making chances, right?
Yeah.
Compared to when Salah was there, Salah dropped up at the first half, tired. Second half, not on there. Why didn't you bring
Salah's
on
been
Chiesa?
terrible.
Why didn't you start Chiesa? I understand Salah had a good first half, but you're about Salah's whole performance. The guy can have bad game after bad game. This is not just when Slack was there, when Klopp was there as well.
Yeah.
Salah can have bad game after bad game, but still warrant a game, still warrant a start.
A start, yeah.
I think maybe it's the ego. Maybe.
Oh, definitely the ego. Ego's big in men's football.
Right?
Definitely. The ego's huge.
I'm going with the ego part because it doesn't matter what this man can do. He can drop stinker after stinker, but still start a game and still stay on for the majority of the game. You got Chiesa there, who's hungry. You got Engamoa's there, who's hungry. You got Frimpong not available, fair enough, but still starts the Bosline midfield and play Cameron Ramsey or Gomez right back. Them simple stuff, but again, are you going to play them properly? It's what I'm saying all this year. Are you going to play them properly? Because all these roles and all that crap, right? It's not suiting for the players. You're going to have Kirkheads is inverted. Imagine if you play Gomez there, you're going to have Gomez inverted. And I want to see Gomez playing wing back. But again, you got Calvin Ramsey there. But again, will you play Calvin Ramsey up to his strengths? Formation change, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. Changing and changing and changing. You're supposed to stick to the same one.
I know.
You know, it's just such a... I don't want this stubbornness to overcome him, but it seems like it is. It seems like his stubbornness is going to overcome him and make him lose games because none of the players don't want to play anymore.
Do you believe what Marco Corleone said? By the way, you know the old player rating thing, the old bar with the pictures? I've got it back. It's working now. I got it. You know, the original one.
Yeah.
Do you agree with what Marco Corleone said?
Yeah. I think he has how many minutes he plays a season, probably. That's why. Maybe. I agree with you.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't know what. Look, if he didn't want Chiesa, they should have just got rid of him. They should have just got rid of him. I saw Chiesa yesterday. Was on a football beat. He looked so frustrated. I remember when he was running for the football, and Salah could have passed him and he never. He didn't pass him. He tried to get a shot on his own and he's over the bar. And that's sort of frustration in Chiesa's face. And it's understandable. It's warranted.
No, you might. It's going funny. I think it's probably unplugged a bit.
No, I've got it now.
Oh, yeah.
Is it all right now?
Yeah.
It's because I got the music playing. What about now? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
So basically, it looked like when I was watching Chiesa, I thought Chiesa was going to run over to Slot and drop kick him. Serious talk. I think he looked at Slot's side, looked at him like that, like to say, "You just disrespecting me, bro." I thought, and you know what? And if he did run over to Arne Slot, and fly kick him in his head, I wouldn't have blamed him. That's just my opinion. I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying that's what it looked like to me. And you know, Federico Chiesa, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Federico Chiesa after a move in January. And you can't blame him, can you? You can't blame him. I love Federico Chiesa, and for me, Chiesa would have started tomorrow instead of Salah. What has Salah showed us this season that he warrants a start? Unless that's true, what he should put in the comment section. I think Salah is in his contract. He has to play a certain amount of minutes if he's fit. That's why I reckon, you know, when he has his contract, they'll take a little bit longer than others. But what are we doing here? So, look, at the end of the day, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Simple as. We're in trouble. And can Arne Slot get us out of the trouble? That's the biggest question. That's what you've got to ask yourself now. Is that, can Arne Slot navigate us out of this storm? Like I've said on previous streams. Because we're not just we're in a storm. Earthquake, storm, typhoon, tsunami. That's what we're in now. That's what Liverpool are in. Is Arne Slot. There's a lot of people that I've watched because I don't really watch a lot of YouTube channels, but I've listened to some of the professionals, ex-pros. Stephen Nicol said, old school Stephen Nicol, he said on SBN, he said, the players look lazy. They look like they don't want to run. They look like they're just tired. He said he would go back to old school drills, running drills. Get them on the football pitch doing loads of drills. That's an old school mentality. That's what he thinks that Slot should do. But again, yesterday, Arne Slot, this is quote from Arne Slot. This is a direct quote from Arne Slot. I've got it right here on my phone. I'm gonna read it out. We have quality players. It's my job to get the best out of those players. I'm not, but at the moment, I am not. And that's my responsibility. So basically, he's taking responsibility for what happened yesterday against Nottingham Forest. And you've got to take your hat off to him for that. He should have done that a few games ago, because there's a lot of games where he's put the players, he's buried the players, really, let's face it, he has buried the players in the press conference. But this time he's actually come out and said, look, this is my fault. Now, you can read two things from this. One thing you can read from is maybe he knows his job's on the line. You get me? So he's gonna he's letting people know that, yeah, he's in the crapper. Or he's doing a reverse psychology and really thinks it's the players, and he's just stalling out saying it's his responsibility. I don't know. Which one is it, Toto? Is it A or B? A, he actually believes what he said about taking responsibility, or B, that he doesn't really believe that, he still believes it's the players.
I know, you can say both ways. I think he actually believes it. Just because he usually, most of the time, throws his player under the bus, as you all know. But this is the first time he's done that, so I don't think he'll do that for no reason. But maybe, on the other hand, he's been told by his PR team to not put the players under the bus. You know, we can say it both ways. We're never going to know, are we? But I think he actually believes what he's saying. This is the first time he's threw his players under the bus. He usually does that a lot, but
let's get on to Isak. Right, Isak yesterday had a stinker. Now I believe everything that what Michael Corleone says. I think we need, if we had Diaz on the left, right? No disrespect to Gakpo. I love Gakpo, brilliant player. I'm glad he stayed. Glad he signed a new contract. But if we had someone like Diaz, a creative winger, and prime Salah, Isak would score more goals. Isak is an old school centre forward. He's not a guy that's going to run with the ball and dribble players. He is an old school centre forward that he sits there. The creative wingers do all the work. They do that. Pass to him, he bangs it in the back of the net. That's what Isak is. He's not one of these players that they're going to take players on and do the dribble. That's not Isak's game. He's an old school centre forward. And I agree with what Michael Corleone says here. He needs the creative wingers. Toto.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think with Gakpo, he likes to goal. He likes to cut inside. You don't really see Gakpo putting balls into the box usually.
No.
When you see Ngamoa there, you can see there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we should play Ngamoa more. Yes, I know he's 16, but at the end of the day, he's in the squad now. We didn't get a Diaz replacement. Might as well play Ngamoa. Again, if we had a Diaz replacement, then yeah, play the Diaz replacement. But again, we haven't got a Diaz replacement. But only is Ngamoa on the left, you know, which I think could create more on that left-hand side. I think he created more when he come on as well. Put more balls into the box and created more outside the edge chances, outside the edge of the box. Chiesa went in there. Chiesa, creative winger, likes crossing the balls in. He can cross the ball in. Good at passing. Can pick a pass out really, really well, Chiesa. You know?
Yeah.
If we can play them both, then maybe Isak can get goals. I said this, I still thought Isak didn't really have a good game, because I thought he lost the ball a lot in the middle, right? But I'm on about goals now. His goal service is non-existent. The difference between Ekatike and Isak is why Ekatike thrived with us, right? Still thriving. When he was thriving under us, when he was on that good form, because he can make stuff happen by himself. He's good with his feet. He's good technically. So he can make stuff happen. He can make windows open. But with Isak, he's not really like a technical gifted player like Ekatike.
No.
He needs service from the wingers. Similar to Haaland. Haaland, you know, he's not the most technical gifted player in the world, but Pep knows if he has good wingers, a good midfielders.
Exactly. That's where Gundogan used to come in.
Yeah, especially wingers.
He had Mahrez and he had Mahrez and all them mans there on the wing. They could provide the ball for what's his name, Haaland. That's why Haaland had that record season when they had Gundogan and all that. They were the wingers. You had De Bruyne behind him as that creative midfield. Yeah, the Mahrez and that on the wing, yeah, and they were getting forward and throwing the balls to Haaland, and Haaland was just banging him in. That's why Haaland had that massive season where he scored the most goals in one season. It was like a record. And that's what Liverpool should do with. That's how you utilize Isak. Isak is Haaland. He's the old school centre forward. You get your two creative wingers. You got Fingy behind her. You got Wirtz behind him. Wirtz is like, you listen to it, you know, Wirtz. Wirtz is like the De Bruyne. And then you get your two wingers. We ain't got the wingers yet because they didn't replace Diaz. So we need two good creative wingers that could come forward, create the balls. You got your 10 behind him, which is Wirtz. And then you have Isak as the 9, the centre forward. That's how you play. But they're not utilising Isak that way in this team. That's why Isak, you're not getting the best out of Isak. You're just not getting the best out of him. You have to play him in a certain way. This is why, even though I cracked a lot of jokes, I talked about Eddie Howe and that over the years, over the summer, I was taking the mick out of him. When we you know, it was part of YouTube, innit? And we was talking about Eddie. But one thing I said about Eddie Howe, he knows how to get the best out of Isak. He knew how to play him, just like he knows how to play these players that he's got now. He knows where to utilize the right players. And at the moment, Slot is not utilizing Isak in the right way. And this is why we're in this problem now. This is why Isak cannot do anything at the moment. This is why he's probably thinking he's not even utilizing in the right way. He's just coming on and going everywhere. Again, exactly. The fullbacks as well. Phone. Isak has no shots ever. Yeah, exactly. Because again, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. And
it also says fullbacks overlapping too, getting low driven. Yeah, too much FIFA, bro. But I get you. Go. What you can say, Toto?
Yeah, I think last season, as we saw, linking to Corleone's point about the fullbacks, I thought last season we used that a lot. The fullbacks overlapping a lot, and you know, we create a lot of chance from wing play, and that's what Slot likes to do, create chance from wing play. But now, all we saw now is our fullbacks play more inside, which is, you know, very, very weird because we brought two wing backs. We brought Kirk as a wing back at Bournemouth. We brought Frimpong as a wing back at Bayer Leverkusen. And even though they both play together, we utilise them in the wrong way. And if we utilise them in the right way, Frimpong's playing right wing instead of right back. So we Slot's just playing players that out of position sometimes. Not even if they're in position, they're playing them in the wrong role. The way they're playing, it's not like we used to see them. I refuse to believe that all of a sudden all these players are not good now. They are quality players.
Of course, quality players.
They're quality players, but I refuse to believe they're just all of a sudden just dropped and
no, they haven't dropped.
Season wanderers, you know.
They haven't dropped. At the beginning of the season, when we knew that we were getting all these players, the majority of the world football looked at Liverpool and says they're going to win the league. Just because of the players we brought in. Arne Slot won the league in his first season. He didn't really tweak much. He came in, he started doing that tiki-taka football at the beginning of the season. Didn't really tweak that much, and it worked, and we won the league. I don't care what people say when they say, the other team dropped off. I don't care. We won the league. We've done it. We got our 20th league title. So everybody thought, okay, Arne Slot, brilliant manager. Even though a lot of people were saying he wasn't a good manager, he's still done his thing, innit? So when this season starts, ever since that PSG game when we got knocked out by PSG, he's been obsessed with PSG. He looked at PSG, he goes, that's how we want to play. He didn't need to change the formula what we had before. It was good. All he had to do is bring in his new players and slowly implement him into the team, but don't really change much because it was a winning side. No one's saying don't go and buy Verts, go and buy Isak. Good, go for it. We needed to buy them players. But what I'm saying is we should have slowly implemented them into the team. Slowly, not just go, right, you're starting Kirkers, you're starting Frimpong, you're starting Verts, you're starting Ekitike or Isak. They should have slowly implemented them into the team because that's what the great managers do. That's what Fergie was good at back in the day. This is what Pep Guardiola was good at. You bring in a player, you don't always start him straight away. You're going to slowly put him into the system, slowly, so we don't interrupt the squad, you get me? And that's what's happened as well. So it's a mixture of things. I would say we've changed too much too fast. And also the style of play, the players are not clicking together. They're looking at Arne Slot and thinking, what is he doing? They're not used to playing like this. He's like we just said, he's played Isak in the wrong way as well. Ekitike doesn't know if he's going to be a squad player or a starter. You get me? You had Ekitike on fire at the beginning of the season, and they took him out of the team to play Isak. That was crazy. Ekitike was the best striker in the Premier League. Everybody was looking at Ekitike and thinking, you know what? Look at Ekitike, man. Ekitike is cold, scoring goals. Everybody's saying, what do you need Isak for? And what happened when Isak was ready to come back, they just took out Ekitike and his confidence dropped, brought in Isak. Isak didn't do nothing. They brought Ekitike back, and Ekitike has not been the same ever since. It's like he's broken mentally. That's what I think, Toto. Don't you think that was crazy, though? That Ekitike was on fire, and then he just, right, I'm going to take you out, I'm going to put in Isak. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah. I don't get it too. And in an ideal world, you play players in form, and you keep playing him until he's out of form. And if he's putting him a couple bad performances, then you start another player above him. But when Ekitike was in form on a roll, you should have carried on playing. But as soon as you stop him playing for that one game, his role's gone, his form's gone. Then you have to play a player who's currently in form. And Isak now is just not in form. Again, you start Isak today, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought it was a good decision. But on the other hand, you got Ekitike, who's better, had a better international break, scored for France as well. A lot of times. I think 2 times he scored for France. 2 goals he scored for France, right? Who's in form now, and you still go with Isak, which again, something I can't really get my head around. But I thought, look, Isak starting, hopefully does well. I thought I had a feeling he did well, but the team won't get the ball to him. His positioning is different to Ekitike, and if the ball can't get to him, he can't really do nothing, can he? But on the other hand, I still think when he did have the ball, he lost it a lot, which I think he still had a bad game. Because when he was on the ball, he lost it a lot. But again, goal side of things, he got no service all game.
Yeah, so there's rumours coming in now about Mark Guay. I'm not going to put it up on the screen. Just going to talk about it. There's rumours now that Mark Guay is very close to signing for Liverpool. Now, I'm happy about this signing. I wish we would have signed him a little bit earlier. I wish we would have signed him in the summer. But there's big rumours going around that he's very close to be signing for Liverpool. And I'm not going to even bring up the source. This is what I'm reading at the moment. So what's your thoughts on this? I wish we would have signed Mark Guay a lot earlier. I'm not saying Mark Guay would have been the silver bullet. I'm not saying if Mark Guay would have signed for Liverpool in the summer that all our problems would have been gone. But it would have helped. It would have helped. Because...
Yeah.
Go ahead, Toto.
Yeah, I thought Guay would have been absolutely perfect for us. Captain, cup winner. Captain for Palace. Legend for Palace. You know? You can give him as many names you want to. He's a great centre-back. He's a great player. He was about to come to us as well. And plus all that deal. The medical was done. Everything was finished. He's ready to go. But then Palace manager didn't find a replacement in time. Which is down to us leaving it to the last minute. Because, of course, the Isak deal as well took very, very long for Newcastle. And we should have just offered the money straight there. Maybe we could have got the deal done quicker. Of course, I thought that negotiation took very, very long, which allowed us to, again, finally get to Mark Guay towards the end of the transfer window, you know, and it just didn't work out. We should have signed him earlier. It would have been great for us now because even if he plays as a backup, Kanat is playing bad now. Again, back up the centre back Gray could have came in and take his spot. You know, we need challenge. We need challengers in these positions now. We need players to push each other. You know, as a whole now, we need players to push each other in these positions. Like with Kanat, for example, he can have bad game after bad game, but there's no one to challenge him because Slot won't play him. Slot won't play him. If he does play him, there's still warrant a place back in the team. You know.
Yeah.
Moving on from Gray, I'll talk in general about players pushing each other. You got Salah as well there, game after game. There's no one to challenge him because he's borrowing a game after every single game.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that could make our team play better. But yeah, regarding Gray, he is a leader. Imagine having 2 leaders at the back, amazing. And a cup winner as well, so you can tell he's doing in decisive moments. But yeah, we need Gray in the summer. We need 2 centre backs in the summer. That's what we need. I still think we had a good window. We've still got quality players, but it was nowhere near finished. We had to get 2 centre backs, a right winger and a left winger, a backup left winger, a backup right winger, and 2 centre backs we got that needed to get, but we didn't get them, which was it was unfortunate.
Totally agree, Toto. So I'm gonna bring up the match thing. We're gonna bring it up. Let's bring it up now on the screen. So here we are. Oh, it's all back. It's back again. Let's go over this side. Now we'll go on the other side. Higher in the corner if we can. There you go. Take off the logo so we can actually see ourselves. So this is what we're looking at. Okay? This is what we're looking at. Let me just do that one. There you go. That's better. So let's start with Alisson. Okay, you want to start with Alisson?
Can't
really see myself. Take this off.
I know he was tested it. He was tested a few times, but I thought the set piece weren't really his fault. But again, he didn't keep a clean sheet, did he? Which was unfortunate. He had some decent saves, but very, very quiet early game. Addison had a quiet game, so I'll say 4 for Ali.
I'll just do the zoom. I can zoom up a bit. It's not zooming.
Yeah, 4 for Ali. I just thought.
Okay.
He had a quiet game and he didn't really make enough saves. And of course, the majority of the goals weren't really his fault, but still, 3 went past him in the end of the day.
True. Go on then.
Which is next?
Let's start with left back, Kirkers.
First half, it was good. Made good overlapping runs at times. Received the ball well. I thought his tackles were good. Second half, dropped off a bit, but I still thought he was pretty solid. I'll say 6 for Kirkers.
Fair enough. Let's fix this. 6 for 6? Nah, not for me. I'm gonna give him a 4.
He weren't poor.
He weren't poor. I don't know about the 6 half. I think 6 is a bit too high for me. I'll probably give him the 5. I'll probably give him 5. I think he was all right. He's probably one of our best players, so we can meet in the middle. Let's get Kirkers there. 5.5 above average. Okay. How can I just take this? Go on, next one out. You can go, Virgil. Set my name off this.
Again, as I said, the back 3 went past you. It's not good, but there was some positive that Virgil did in that game. Tomlin's tackle was brilliant. I thought he was the only one that was actually trying in defence, tracking back. Of course, he's a centre back. Of course, he tracks back anyway. But I thought his work rate was still up there. He's the only one that didn't drop his head. You can tell I was getting a bit frustrated with the defensive line, which is understandable. Also 6. Also Virgil 6. But again, 3 goals still went past him though. So
nah, man, you can't give.
I know. 3 goals.
2, man.
I'll say 5.
I'm gonna give Virgil a 1 or 2. I think he was terrible yesterday. The whole back line was crap. The whole back line. Maybe there's a conversation with Kirkes. Maybe got a bit busy, but Virgil was terrible. Nah, I'm gonna give Virgil 2. I was gonna give him 1, but I'll probably give him 2. Guys, what you thinking? What you giving Virgil? Want the chat to get involved as well if you want to. Yeah, Marty's on about Markway. Yeah, agree. What we're giving Virgil? I'm gonna give Virgil 2. 2 for Virgil. What you giving? What did you give him, Toto?
That's a 5.
All right, and so you're gonna have to go in the poor section. 2. Yeah, no, that all was crap. The only
Not all players.
The only one you can get away with it maybe Kirkes and the goalkeeper. That's it. Because I don't think them that Alice, not even Allison really. Yeah, poor Allison. I'm gonna give because you said that I'm gonna put him in the 4-3, then 3-4. Should be 3-4 really. And that would be for Kirkes. Yeah. Go next one now. That was for Virgil, sorry. I'm gonna change I'm gonna do Virgil now. I'm putting 3-3-4. Well, Karen talking, it's all right. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, next one was Ibu.
Virgil 4 there. Kirk is there.
I'll go with Ibu next.
Virgil, I'd put Virgil 2, man. Go on.
Ibu, I thought had a terrible game. Lost the ball a lot on the ball. You didn't look comfortable. And you got sent back in.
I think Virgil and Ibu should be the same. Virgil's been. I'm worried about Virgil, you know.
I thought Virgil lost the ball a lot. And he actually made some decent tackles.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give Virgil. I'll give Virgil a 2, but if we can meet in the middle there, Ibra Kanate is a waste man.
Yeah, hold on to the ball too long.
Waste man. He gave him a goal, by the way, because of that corner. All he had to do is hit it out.
Yeah.
All he had to do is put it out for a throw in, or just slice it back to the keeper. But what did he got? All it's like he overcomplicates things. You get me? He's like he got something simple and he makes it complicated. All it is just pass it to the keeper or pass it to the left. But what did he do? Hit it out for a corner. They got the corner and scored. Ibri's fault, so he's the 0.
Yeah, just lost the ball a lot, didn't he? Didn't look comfortable.
No, like always lately. Yeah, I agree. Maybe. It's looking like that, isn't it? It's looking like that. It's looking like that. It doesn't look like the old Virgil. For the old Virgil peaked last season like Salah did. Yeah, the drop-off's there, innit? They got that big contract now, and I think, last season when they won the Premier League, I think that was it. Then that's when they the drop-off is now for him and Salah, I'm afraid. That's the way it is, and players get older, move on, that's it. So the next one will be, we've done the back defence. Who's next now? Curtis Jones. I wouldn't even know what. Oh, go on. Curtis Jones.
Curtis, he lost the ball a couple of times in the middle, which allowed him to get on a fast break. And considering you only got 3 at the back, it's vulnerable. I'm gonna say 4 for Curtis Jones. Don't really think he's influential.
Yeah,
it's very rare because Curtis Jones actually had decent games, but regarding today, not good.
All right, fair enough. We'll go for that then. I'll probably give him. You give him a 4. I'll probably give him my. I'll give him. I don't mind. I'll give him that one. Yeah, in the pool where Virgil is. Where is he? Did I put him on here? Yeah, there he is. So the next one is Gravenberch.
He didn't lose the ball a lot. He looked comfortable at times, but again, just not solid enough. I'll say. Can I say 4? It's not his best performance, man. What we saw with Gravenberch. No, it's not the best performance compared to other performances. He weren't solid at all either. So, yeah, 4. I thought it was poor Gravenberch.
Hold on, sorry, I got the wrong page open.
But yeah, it's just today. Majority of the players didn't play good, did they?
Nah. I'd put them all onto. All of them. The only one I wouldn't put onto is the goalkeeper and Kirkers. I'd put all of them onto. Virgil, all of them onto. All crap. All of them were overall they were crap, not good enough. Absolutely horrendous, but we move. Let's go. What's this now? Someone's going on with news. Go on, carry on. Next one.
McAllister. Go with McAllister. I thought first half, he had a good first half. I thought he was actually a solid McAllister. Not like solid like up there, but if you think about it, I thought his combinations were good. He was linking up, especially when Engamo came on as well. Linking up with Engamo, very, very nice. Chiesa as well. 1-2 passes. I thought he actually looked comfortable at times. So I'll say 5 for Maka. I thought he's our best midfielder, the whole three of them. McAllister.
I'm giving him a 3. We can go down to the pool if you want. We can meet in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think he was good either. McAllister had a horrible game. He had a horrible game yesterday. McAllister, horrible. Just so good. He's only had one good season this year, and that was got one good game. Sorry, and that was the Champions League against Real Madrid. That's it. But let's move on to the next one. We're on the striker. We're on the striker now. The front three. We've done all the midfield. Okay, let's start with the Gakpo.
Gakpo, I thought was all right. To be fair, again, I thought he dropped off second half. He's second off a lot, but I thought he was all right. But then the drop off started happening, and then he started being too direct. It got very, very predictable for Gakpo as well. The start of the clock on what he was trying to do. So I'll say 5 for Gakpo. Good first half, but dropped off in the second because he got a bit too predictable.
So Marco Corleone said the idea of Dutch football is basically everyone has freedom in midfield and covers for each other if one goes forward, but it don't work in the Prem. Others have tried and failed. Yeah. That's just like with the Gravenberch as well. When the defense are in trouble, he traps back. He's like the third choice centre back. Gravenberch is. That's what it's like in our team. He's actually our third choice centre back. He don't work in the Prem. That's why a lot of Dutch managers have came to the Premier League and failed. But Slap won the league in his first season. So there's no excuses because he's done it, innit? He's done it. So he said, Michael Collins says, Gakpo 5, Isaac 3, Salah 3. Salah's getting a 1 for me. So let's move on to what we're on now. We're on Isaac. What we're giving Isaac. Isaac's getting a 1, 0. Crap.
Yeah.
Crap.
And even when he was on the ball, he lost the ball a lot. So
yeah.
I understand if he didn't lose the ball,
he's got no power.
Service. Like I understand if he didn't get the ball, but when he got the ball, he didn't lose it. But he didn't. He lost the ball every time he got it. He didn't look comfortable. Drifting out to the wings, out of position. I don't know what way he stopped playing him or what Isak's doing himself, but yeah, it's not good.
I know. So Salah,
good first half, but then dropped off in the second. I thought he was lying on that right hand side. Him and Nico Williams had a good battle on the right hand side, but then when it comes to the second half, he was losing out. I'll say 4 for Salah.
4.
Good first half, and then he dropped off in the second, and then
Salah's getting a 2.
Losing out to Neco Williams.
So
but I thought he was really good first half and lights up the right hand side.
Fair enough.
He created a lot of chances, I think. But
so we're gonna put him in there then. I'm gonna put him in. You said 4.
Yeah.
Put him there then. We're giving these guys too much credit. McAllister should be down there. I don't care. McAllister was horrendous yesterday. So let's go with this. We've done Allison, yeah. We've done Allison. Let's go with the subs. Ngamo, what are you saying?
Good when he come on. I'll say 5 for Ngamo. I thought he was good when he come on. Same with Chiesa as well. Both of them were good.
Kaiser was probably like one of our best players.
Yeah.
Who else came on? Ekazike, what are you saying?
Good. Really, really good. Created a lot, and you can see that he looked better than Isak. He created a lot more chances. Movement was better. With Isak, he seems a bit stiff, and he seems like you don't really move around. But again, that's his type of play. Ekazike like to move around a lot and freedom, like Marco only said. Maybe that fits more into the Dutch style of football, but still, you brought £100 million Isak, and you have to fit him in the team somehow. But when Ekatike come on, he was very, very good. So yeah, 5 as well.
So that's it then, isn't it? That's it. He says we almost like passion merchants at Liverpool, like Suarez, and this Mane pure passion. Yeah, Isak just like in the moment, you're just not playing him in his right position.
Yeah.
They're not utilising right when he creative wing backs, wingers to help him out, because that's how you're going to utilise Isak. Isak's not one of those players where he gets the ball and just takes players on. He's not. That's not his game. He's a poacher. That's what he's. He's a poacher.
Oh,
the wingers do. Yeah.
Forgot Dominic.
What's you saying about Szoboszlai?
Again, out of position.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna put him in the 5. What do you reckon? 5-4. What was you saying about Szoboszlai?
I'll say 5. I thought his work rate was there, and he's probably one of our best players.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai was at 5. Yeah.
That's it then. That's it. That's the end of the player ratings. You can see no one's above 5. Me, I would have put everyone on 2 or 1. Salah would have been 1. McAllister would have been 1. Konate's a 1. Isak's a 0. But see, Isak and Konate, both of them are 0s, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Alisson's a 3. Virgil's a 1, in my opinion. McAllister's a 1. Salah's a 2. And I agree with all the 5s, except for Kirkus. Kirkus should be a 4. But we agree on something, innit? So it is what it is. They were all crap.
Yeah.
None of them were good. It was a horrendous performance from Liverpool. And now we are in a top 4 battle. We are in a top 4 battle now. We ain't winning the league. We're in the top 4 battle. What we should do now as a team, right, is, I don't know if it's going to happen, but for some reason we look better in the Champions League.
Yeah.
It reminds me of 2005. Well, I think we were 7th or 8th in the league, but in the Champions League we were amazing because it's club football. It's tournament football, and it's not club football. It's tournament football, so it's not really like the league. So all we can do now is harness all our energy to get in that Champions League. That's what we've got to do. I know it's going to be tough for us. I know it's a long way away to even get to the final, yeah. But we've got to harness our energy and make sure our best team, our best strategy is going into that Champions League because we've got Champions League next week, and we've got to make sure that we're ready. That's it, exactly. Because if you know about Liverpool, that's what we're going to do. The Champions League, that's the only thing that can save our season. That's the only thing. Maybe get FA Cup as well. FA Cup, that would be nice. An FA Cup and a Champions League, that would be a good season in my opinion. But we've got to watch we don't get kicked out of the top 4 or even the top 5, because it's top 5 now, isn't it? Got to make sure we don't kick out of the top 5. But the Champions League, that's what we've got to focus on. Because if you notice in the Champions League, Verts look better in the Champions League. You know why? Because the football is more slow tempo.
More freedom.
More freedom, and that suits Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz was excellent in the Champions League. And that's why I say the Champions League now, that's going to be us going forward, because we ain't winning the league. We ain't winning the league. Yeah, yes, it's been great. So let's close that. And there you go, man. We're back. We're going to be after that tomorrow. When did Liverpool play? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Huh?
Wednesday.
So tomorrow, we've got a Formula 1 review video tomorrow. And Tuesday, we're going to be the player lineup preview for the Champions League game. Or if we do it early, we can just do them both and get it out and done with. And then Tuesday, we can have a day off. One of them. That'll be better, innit? Because the player lineup's quick, innit? So we can do the Formula 1 video, and straight after the Formula 1 video, we do the player lineup for the Champions League. Easy. And then Tuesday, there's nothing there. So we'll probably do that. So guys, thank you, Marco Corleone, for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much. And for people watching us, well, hit them like buttons. We're on 8 or 9 likes. Thank you for the likes as well. Toto can also do the likes as well. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. We're heading off, and I want to give Toto your final statement before we leave.
Also, big up for everyone.
Now, your final statements on Liverpool situation and going forward. I'll let you talk, and then I'm going to talk after.
We just got to play the players in the right positions. We got to start winning games. Pretty obvious what I'm saying, but we've got to start winning games. We just got to fix up, man. We've got to fix up. The players are not playing well. The manager's not looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. The man needs to play as the players in the natural position. Play a player that deserve to play. Like Salah, he don't deserve to play. Bring on Chiesa, who's been working hard. Gakpo at the moment, no, he's not really doing that well. Bring on Engamoa. Hungry Engamoa, they're ready to go. Ready to go, get in there. Instead of playing Szoboszlai at right back, if Frimpong's injured next game, play Gomez or play Calvin Ramsey there. You know, stuff like that, and playing players natural. I think we got a good side. Just got to utilise them properly. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say, really, on Liverpool.
That's it. So, yeah, like I said before, I done my monologue. All we're going to do is we're going to contract that Champions League now. We're going to harness all our energy into that Champions League, and that's all we can do at the moment. That's what we're going to do. That's all we got. And we got the FA Cup as well. No, you should never disrespect that cup either. So, Champions League is the one. That's the one we have to.
We can go, yeah.
Go on, carry on.
I was going to say, if we can go home with a Champions League or an FA Cup, I'll be happy with that.
Of course, the Champions League is the one. 7-time champions. That's what we're going to go for. We're going to harness all our energy and go for the Champions League. And that's all I can say about that. So big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Watch this on the replay. Remember, smack up that like button. Toto will be doing the F1 video tomorrow as well. Or today, a short about. He's already done it. Yeah, about the controversy with the hairline. That's the reason why we all know what they're doing it for Max. We all know this. But yeah, big up to the Liverpool. Big up to the man, then. Big up to the woman, then. And see you later, guys. Have a good evening. Thanks for joining us. See you later. And yam up your chicken. It is Sunday. Big up. Don't know why I did that for. Kiss my teeth. Anyway, see you later, guys. Big up.
Went off